Hello,
Hey,
folks. Welcome to the after party from Adam Mod Vlog.
how about an intro?
Pardon me?
You want an intro?
Go ahead, throw one on.
For years, he was an informant spilling the secrets of the Chicago mob to the FBI. The story of Red Wemette.
I was told by some people at the time they put out $1 million contract on my head.
The combination of the videotapes and Wemette's testimony resulted
There's
in the
the
conviction
intro,
of two men
Anthony
on
D.
extortion charges. One of them was Frank Schweiz, known in syndicate circles as the German, a feared mob terrorist and a suspect in a number of gangland murders.
He was described to me by other outfit individuals as the most feared hitman. And as he said to me, my reputation precedes me, son.
And we're back. That's
Yes.
right, Bobby Bag of Donuts.
Those are compliments of Anthony DiMartini. Street stories. He made them up. I didn't ask him to make them. He did it just out of the kindness of his heart. Great man. So, Adam,
Yeah,
how you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
10 minutes later, right?
Yeah, right.
So we're going to talk about the offer.
Yes, we are.
The offer is a mini series, and it's about the making of The Godfather.
Mhm.
And if you don't know, folks, and I found it very interesting. I really did. Adam caught it, and I caught it. And as you go through all these, I wish it was done so I could binge watch it and watch the whole thing, because it's like piece by piece by piece by piece. And it's on Paramount Plus, and it's also streaming on Prime now. Amazon Prime. But basically, it's all the trials and tribulations that they go through in making The Godfather, the making of The Godfather. The producer, help me with his name here, the producer.
So the producer, this guy right here, he is Rudy, Albert Rudy. Or Ruddy.
Nice
is
guy.
Rudy. I think it's
Ruddy.
Rudy.
Yeah.
Albert Rudy. And then the other guy right there, this guy who runs the Paramount, he's not the CEO of Paramount, but he's Rudy's boss. Okay. Him, he's, and I find his name to be the most comical. He's Robert Evans. He's Bob Evans. Really? They had a Bob Evans in charge of it. I mean, what is Bob Evans? Anyway, so you got Bob Evans, and you have Allie McGraw, and she's the assistant. She's the one who goes to Joe Colombo.
In the last
episode. Yes.
Yes.
So I'm sure all of you, I hope you've watched this. And if you haven't, then just go walk away, change the channel, because you're going to have spoilers, because that's what we're going to be talking about is the episode 6. So
I know somebody just commented here that they're on episode 4. Scott
okay.
H.
See,
He's only on episode 4.
all right. So there's going to be spoilers. You might not want to watch. You might want to watch this after you've watched.
I think the fascinating thing about the whole thing is it shows you how hard it is to get a movie made that has to do with the mob.
Oh, definitely. It's a seriously,
They had a hard time getting Al Pacino. They had a hard time getting different actors. They just had they bartered.
Chicago Joe. He said, "Haven't seen it yet. Bye." I'm telling you, I started watching The Offer. I'm on episode 4. Scott H. You might not want to watch it. I've never chased an audience away, okay? But I'm just warning you. That's what we're going to be talking, right? So I've enjoyed The Offer a lot. Van Pastor, man. It's been out. Listen, that episode's been out for 6 days. You got plenty of time.
Last
to watch
episode.
that episode. Yeah. I mean, the next one comes out tomorrow. So it's not like we're doing this the day after this episode came out. You just had a week to watch it.
I have to say, it's probably the best miniseries I've ever seen.
It's so well. You know what? It's because we're fascinated by the subject. That's one of the reasons we're absolutely fascinated with the mob and I'm going to tell you guys this, and you're going to freak out and go, "Oh my God, there's no way he's saying that." I've not watched The Godfather all the way through. Ever.
I remember going to the theater in Chicago.
I started watching.
It was down by State Lake, and I watched it when it came out. If I knew that they went through all these problems in making it, I would have never understood it. Really. Because I thought it was an epic movie. I really did.
Well, I don't know, maybe you guys know, but this is based on the book by Albert Rudy about the making of The Godfather. He put a book out. This guy's still alive too, so he got to see his story get told on the big screen, which is kind of what I mean, kind of cool. Not the big screen.
It's kind of behind the scenes action of everything that happened to make it go, to make that movie, and it was a tough movie to make. I mean,
he's from Canada too. I didn't know that about
Yes,
this
he's
Albert.
Canadian.
He's from Canada. I'll be. It's another good Canadian, like Doug Henning. He was from Canada.
Yeah.
So Celine Dion.
There's a lot of people that come down from Canada, and
Yeah, you know who else? Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd.
Right?
How about
Dan
John
Aykroyd.
Candy? John
John
Candy.
Candy was a Canadian. Yes, he was. Yes,
A lot
he
of
was.
good comedians.
Yes, Jim Carrey. He's Canadian too.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we've talked about the Canadians, where do we go from here, Red?
I want to focus on. I guess we could say it's safe to say, without getting any spoilers here, that
I guess
the
he wants
mob, Joe Colombo
right.
was involved in this very heavily because he kind of controlled the unions, and they needed his blessing. And in order to get his blessing, he grabbed the producer and brought him to a meeting, and it was an Italian-American meeting where he said, "We endorse you, and all the profits from this are going to our Italian-American club, and don't worry about it." And it was like he was caught in a deer in the headlights. Next thing, newspapers in those days, it said,
headlines.
Gulf Western is married to the mob, more or
Headlines.
less.
Yeah.
So-
Paramount is with the mob. That was that
Mob
really
controlled. They said mob controlled.
happened. That really happened. And then he loses his mind about this. And it's like, I mean, he fires Albert, literally fires him. It's like, you're done. And so Albert, he's talking to the Ally McGraw and the other people. And
Ally McGraw had just done Love Story with Ryan O'Neal.
And just been a big deal.
And they said if it came in and made some money, that they'd let him do this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it did come in, but there were so many problems with it. I mean, there was a lot of problems with it. Right in the beginning, when Mario Puzo cannot write the script. He tries to write the script and he can't. And so they bring on, what's the guy's name? Coppola, Francis Ford Coppola. He not only helps him write the script, but then he directs it. And he's a big name. He's good. He's very good at what he does. So there's a lot of history in there, a lot of important stuff that I thought was important anyway.
And they didn't change the names. They used all the real names.
All the real names.
Yeah. It's good. So in Colin, Tom Hanks' son is in it too. He plays the assistant to the Blue Dorn.
I have to say
Blue Dorn. He's the German, right?
Oh yeah, that's my headache.
He owns Paramount. He's the guy, right?
He owns Paramount, but Gulf Western wants to pull out.
He's creepy though. You know what I mean? Creepy. But hey, that's Hollywood. Everybody's creepy, right? Look at that Weinstein. Yeah. They're coming out of the woodwork about that Weinstein. That's all of them in Hollywood, So he fires him. He said, "You're done. You're off the thing. You're gonna get the hell out of here."
A lot of screaming. A lot of screaming at
So
people.
Rudy walks out. He's done. Right? Tells the Ally McGraw character, you don't have a job anymore working for me because I'm not working for Paramount anymore. And he's getting ready, packing his bags. And she goes to the Joe Colombo. Now, this guy's played by Giovanni Ribisi. And he did a great job. The guy got to talk like this the whole time while he's doing his character, and he's always talking like this. And I think you guys need to pay him a visit, and that's how it needs to be. Now, you're going to let him use the house or not? Huh? You're going to pitch yourself?
Coppola fell in love with this one house that they were location shooting, and he said, I love it. I love it. And he's doing all kinds of looking at it through a camera, taking pictures of it and everything. And then later on, all of a sudden, the guy backs out of it. He doesn't want to be involved in it. And he said, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. The guy did it for half the price, or what was it? A quarter of the price?
Yeah, something like that, right?
Because they needed to keep their budget down. It was a fabulous story. It really is a fabulous story.
Mo, hi, Adam. Hi, Mo. Hi,
How
Red.
you doing, Mo?
All right. 45 watching, 24 likes. Yeah, you mooks, hit the button. Hit the like button. Come on. Let's do it. Greg Polly. It's on Paramount Plus. Yeah, Greg, it's on Paramount Plus. Guys, you can watch it on Amazon Prime or you can watch it on Paramount Plus. So Anthony DiMartini, it's good to see you. Greg Hart, he's in the room today with Bobby Bag of Donuts, who made it over here, as well as Misty Robka. Robert Evans was a notorious womanizer. He made Weinstein look like an amateur. I didn't know that, Misty. Where did that information come from? Seriously, that's unreal. So, yeah.
Well, it's Spotify right here. It turns around or amplified.
Smeller's in the house. It's good to see you. Joey Ayupa. He's whacking peanut butter and jelly sandwiches nowadays.
How you doing, Joey?
Smeller, good. Royal Jenner, he just tried to call me on the phone. Hello. That's why I didn't answer, Roy, because I'm doing this with Red right now. And we're talking about The Offer, which you probably haven't started watching. You need to start watching. It's really good.
You don't need to. I suggest it.
Well, I highly suggest.
Yes.
Highly suggest it.
I endorse it.
It's
if you ever want to see how hard it is to make something in Hollywood, I've always said this. Working with the mob in Chicago is nothing compared to working with Hollywood. Hollywood is a much tougher. I mean, it's really rough.
Jim Magnifici, they literally scared the piss out of the poor guy who owned the house for the film location. They did. That's what Joe Colombo does. He intimidates him, and then he's got Albert with him, showing him what he's doing, right? And Albert's just like, Rudy's like, I can't believe what I just saw. So that's how they, anyway, that's enough for me. Okay.
Bro, Jenner, that's enough for me. Okay. Work for the outfit at Hollywood. Outfit boss, you're right. You're absolutely right.
He's only saying that because he's the boss.
Okay.
He wants people to work for him. He's the outfit boss. He
Yeah.
said he'd rather work for the out. Never mind. It's all good.
Sean Pender's back. Hi, Sean. How you doing, buddy?
Any more bodies washing up in Lake Mead today from the drought? Not yet, but they found the bullet in the guy's head that was in the barrel. So we think it's that George Pappas.
I do. I got my money bet on him. I got my money.
Red's putting money on this George Pappas. So
here's my reasoning for that. My reasoning is that hotel and marina that he managed was money that was put up by the Teamsters Fund, and that came from Tony Spilaccio. And the tennis shoes that he was wearing, if you're going on a boat to sell a boat, you're not going to wear leather shoes. You're going to wear something that's, so that's why, yeah. So that's why probably, even though they were bought at Kmart, who knows? Maybe just, I don't know. I don't know why he did it, but it all makes sense to me. And there's enough DNA where they can prove it.
Yeah.
They can actually prove it.
Yeah. They're going to. They're going to figure it out.
There's a lot of his relatives left around.
Yeah, they're gonna figure it out. So, all right. So back to the offer. The Ally McGraw character, she goes to Joe Colombo and tells Joe that they fired Rudy. So he puts pressure on the unions, and the unions shut down the movie set. So then this
he doesn't have enough problems. He's already been fired.
Right.
He's already been fired. He doesn't have enough problems.
Then they shut down the set, right? You get that set. So Blue Dorn gets a call from Coppola going, they shut everything down. You have to bring Rudy back or they aren't going to let this movie happen. They're going to stop the movie. This Joe Colombo is going to stop the making of The Godfather by shutting down a movie set. And it's not the first time that's happened, Red. You know, Bugsy Siegel did that and put pressure on the he oversaw the extras union, not the Screen Actors Guild, but it was the Screen Extras Guild that he oversaw. I think it was Screen Extras Guild. I could be mistaken. I have to look that up. But yeah, he oversaw it and he put pressure on the studios. He'd tell them, send me all the pipe that you have at your set out here to the Flamingo to build the Flamingo, or I'm going to have all the extras are going to walk off today.
Well, they were having a shortage on pipe. There was a shortage on pipe during World War II.
Screen Extras Guild. Yes. So that's what it was. Huh.
It seems that unions, no matter what, whoever had control of them, they could control the industry.
Yeah. Well, of course. But that's how you control things, right? Unions.
Mo agrees with me.
I think Red's theory is visible.
Thank you, Mo.
What's your theory about
Pappas?
Oh, yeah, I think so too, Red. I agree 100% with you.
I jumped out there and made a bold statement, and people are agreeing with me. So that's it.
But do you know all the things you can put on hot dogs, Red?
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go with the hot dogs.
Oh man!
You know, just because I grew up that way, and we didn't have ketchup on hot dogs, I found out that in the South where I live here, they have ketchup on scrambled eggs. They have ketchup on everything, man. All they do is pour ketchup on everything that they eat, and I think it's really different. I tried it and I don't like it.
What else they put ketchup on down there?
Scrambled eggs.
I put ketchup on my eggs before. Yeah, I tried that when I was. It's all right.
See, what am I doing?
I used to go to a restaurant and put the ketchup on the eggs and then mix them up, and then the yellow and the red mixed together and the yolk and an egg. You didn't like that? I liked it.
Ketchup. It's like putting ketchup on a filet mignon. You just don't do it.
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Southerners are not epicures. Oh man, here we go. It's a $10 word that I don't know. Epicure. You know it, Red? See, you're laughing. Epicure. Epicure. Sorry.
Epicure.
I gotta get the pronunciation right. The Google's telling me. A person who takes particular pleasure in fine food and drink.
Epicure.
I'm an epicure.
I'm an epicure too, but I like it. I like it good. That's all.
William Kirchmeier, an epicure. Southerners are not epicures. I like the word. It's a good word. Eggs in Purgatory were a favorite of Johnny DeFranco. Bulls and Bears.
I
Didn't know that. Didn't know that.
Scott H has a comment here.
Yeah.
And where you're from, Scott H., there's a lot of people that are transplants. Where I'm at up here in the Panhandle, it's like 8-9 generations of people have lived up here. Some have never left the county. They've never been on a plane.
They're all
it's
inbred. That's what you're saying. They're all inbred. That's what you're saying. They're all inbred. It's like the hills have eyes over there where you live.
It doesn't tell anybody. I mean, it's not good to tell someone that they're retarded when they are. So I just don't use the word inbred. I just say related to.
Oh my God. This is This is where cousins meet each other, and they're like, "Hey,
Oh, second, third cousins.
oh,
Yeah.
come on, stop it, man! All right, enough of this."
As long as it's legal.
Oh, Red Wemette. No, we haven't. At least not yet. No, we haven't. I don't know.
I don't understand that one.
Oh, Scott H got his toenails epicured. See? That's epicure. I think that's a pedicure, but that's funny. I like that. That's good.
Greg Hart, dueling banjos, not here. You got to go a little bit north to that, to Georgia.
Dueling banjos. Carlo Gambino married his cousin. Joey Ayup is claiming that Carlo Gambino married his
That's
cousin.
a fact. That's a fact.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I gotta look this up again.
It was a second or third cousin.
You know who married somebody close to them?
Who?
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yes, he married his first.
That guy got himself into some deep shit with his brother-in-law.
yeah.
His brother-in-law was his niece, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, his brother-in-law wanted to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was his manager, too, at the time.
Oh, my God.
Goodness,
1932. Okay.
Pardon?
Hold on, because I got to put the picture of the guy up there. All right, so everybody knows what we're doing. I love this live stuff. This is so much fun. That's not right. Wrong one, Adam. There, overlay. Okay, so here is his picture. And so you guys know who we're talking about while I'm talking about him. Is that him? Yep, that's him. Here he is.
He was 15 when they got married.
1932. Gambino married one of his cousins, Catherine Castellano, sister of Paul Castellano. They raised 4 children. Sons, Thomas, Joseph. Oh, Joseph was born the same day as me, March 28th, except he was born in 36. I'm born on 28th, though. February 20, 2022. Oh, he just died. The son, Joseph. He was born March 28th in 36. He just died February 20th of 2020. So didn't hear a lot about it, I guess, because everything else was going on with the 2020. So, and Carlo and daughter Phyllis Gambino Sinatra. Phyllis Gambino Sinatra. Did she get married to Sinatra or something?
I don't know.
Huh.
I'm not familiar with that lineage.
Maurice War and the Commission. Anyway, yeah, I guess he did date his sister. So, or date his married his cousin.
You might say they had an ancestral relationship.
Well, it depends on how far removed the cousin is, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, but it didn't
Jerry
say
Lee Lewis's
second
case,
cousin, his third cousin. It just said one of his cousins. But a cousin's a cousin's a cousin, right?
in Jerry Lee Lewis's case, I think her name was Marla, and she was only 15 years old when he married her. 15.
Yeah, she was young too. We're back to Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah, they went to England. He was supposed to do a show in England, and they threw him out.
Yeah, that's right. When he got off the plane and right, that was in the
a
movie.
big fanfare like Presley.
Who was that depicted?
Dennis Quaid.
Right, thank you, Dennis Quaid. He did Inner Space too. That was a great movie, Inner Space. Oh my God, yeah, she was young. I could see why they got pissed off at her or at him because she's too young. I mean,
He
you
was
could
like
tell.
28 at the time.
No, look at this picture of the two of them. This is crazy. You're gonna see this and go, no, really, no, really. This is creeper. Look how young she looks.
Almost looks
15,
like his daughter.
15 or 6. Yeah, that's insane. Anyway, did they stay married?
No,
They didn't, huh?
no, they did not. Jerry drank a lot. Jerry Lee Lewis drank a lot. His biggest, that I understand, his biggest, I don't know, idiotic idea was he was in competition with Elvis Presley. And several times, one time in particular, he was drunk and he broke down the great gates of Graceland with his car. He just drove right in and knocked the gates off because he said, I'm the king. I'm the king.
Oh my gosh, this guy's a nut job.
Yeah, he was. A real hillbilly. A real hillbilly.
Oh, really? So he was Where was Jerry Lee Lewis from?
Louisiana.
Excuse me. Yeah, that's interesting.
But it wasn't that far from Memphis where he was, so he would drive up there and do what he did.
Mo said she got old, so he needed younger.
That's the truth.
That what happened?
And that one didn't last either. That one didn't last either. He went to a third wife and a fourth wife.
Oh man.
See what money can do to you, folks? It went to his head.
Let's see.
Yeah, here's another.
No, he married twice. He only married twice.
Really?
No, I'm looking at Jerry Lewis, not Jerry Lee Lewis. Damn it. Jerry Lee. Sorry. That one word, that Lee, really makes a difference in
It
Google
does.
search.
This is an unknown fact. Scott H. Wasn't Jerry Lee Lewis? Wasn't Jerry Lee Lewis?
Related to Jimmy Swaggart?
Yes, he was his cousin. Jimmy Swaggart was his cousin.
Huh.
And he told him, he said, you know, you should convert. And he flipped him a coin and said, I'll convert when this coin lands the right way, you know, something like that. But they had, eventually he bought him a brand new car. He bought Swaggart a brand new car. And he said, see if you could do that preaching. He said he was a evangelist that would stand on the corner and preach.
Yeah.
Swaggart. And he didn't have much of a following back then. And then eventually he got a big following. I think he went to the 700 Club or something like that. He was on TV. And that's when it really hit.
He was married 7 times, including bigamous marriages and the marriage with his underage cousin. He had 6 children during his marriages.
I told you.
What? Man, this guy's a dog, man. Unbelievable. But you know what? It's the reason I wanted to learn to play the keyboard was because of Great Balls of Fire. No, I'm serious, man. I was 10 years old sitting in that theater watching that movie Top Gun. You know, the Top Gun Part 2 comes out in a couple of days. And
oh, wow. I got to watch that.
Tom Cruise is Maverick, and he's like, a trainer now at the Top Gun Academy. And, one of the scenes, he flips upside down over the student pilot, and he looks at him through the window. You remember when Goose and him gave him the bird? And he looks at him through the window, you having fun yet? It looks like it's going to be pretty good. I guess they got to fight drones and stuff now. So,
Bulls and Bears asked the question. It was about our show, your show, rather. The last show.
Hit the light.
Yeah, hit the like button, guys.
Who owns the Cozzo property? Who owns the Cozzo property, Red? Do tell.
The family. His heirs. His heirs hung on to the property. They did not sell it. So Kathy and Tony and Philly's dead. Philly passed away. But all those people that were his children, I believe there were 5 of them, they still own the property. And they made it condoed, and everybody has their own place there. It looks very private now. If you were to look at it in the beginning of Anthony DiMartini's walk around, on the corner, the very corner of Racine and Race, it used to be, I don't know how you do this picture, but it used to be like the walls would come here, and then it was flat across, and there were doors that went in there, and there was a social club in there where everybody used to play cards. So that whole building was huge, and it had multi-functions, a lot of multi-functions.
So do you mind if we take a look at that video?
No, go ahead.
Because maybe not everybody saw it on the live feed. Okay, because we showed it right at the beginning, and some people tune in late. Same thing here. We'll show it to you guys. Anthony put this video together. He went there to Race and Racine, and he shot Cozzo's place. So we'll take a look at that. I know we're talking about the offer. Then we're talking about somehow Jerry Lee Lewis. And then we're talking about Cozzo's place. How the hell does that happen?
We're all over the place.
How's that happen?
Well,
Seriously.
we go where the audience wants to go.
Well, that's the thing, though. Whatever you guys are commenting on, that's what we're talking about. So it's any of the Cozzos involved in the outfit? Are any of the
Not
Cozzo
anymore.
kids involved? No.
Not anymore. No.
Sand Pebbles was great. Sand Pebbles, the Chinese fire drill. You know it? What? Sand Pebbles, best Navy movie, period. William Kirchmayer. He's a Navy guy, too.
I believe that was with Steve McQueen, if I'm not mistaken.
Jerry Lewis also passed all over Elvis' hotel room at a party. Deborah Day. He passed out at a hotel room party, at a Elvis Presley's hotel room party. I didn't see. Sounds like he was a nut,
Well,
talented nut, right?
Big Tuna turns around and says, Jerry Lee Lewis was called the killer for a reason.
Killer. I guess so. So this is the best free-form show on the net. Thank you, Scott H. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Scott.
Frank Ferrara, you're right. Incest begins in the home. Yes, indeed. All right, let's go look at Cozzo's place. We'll be right back.
For years, he was an informant spilling the secrets of the Chicago mob to the FBI.
Believe me, I promise you, I'll break every bone in your body before I go to jail.
This is Cozzo's place, the Spot. And I know there was some confusion on Adam's video a long time ago between Racine and Race. And they're actually both here, Racine and Race, and it's the actual corner. And it goes all the way to Grand. As Mr. Wemette alluded to, it goes all the way to Grand. And I guess that, I'm not sure what that part would have been, but so part of the building is at 530 Racine. And then this is a separate building, I assume. No, it's connected somehow. Pretty fancy, I have to tell you. But yes, it is Racine and Race. Race wasn't short for Racine. It's actually the street. And if you came along this way, you got security up the yin-yang still. And that's the pool that Mr. Wemette and everyone's talking about. That's a 1208 Race, R-A-C-E, not Racine. So there it is, the Spot.
Now here's something interesting. I had spoken with Mr. Wemette a day after I'd gone, and I told him I had visited the Spot, Jimmy Cozzo's place. And he told me that there was a telephone pole in an alley that he had walled off and then was charging the utility company a fee to access that pole, and that pole was there. I didn't know it at the time when I was speaking to him, but looking over the video, there it is. So Mr. Wemette's memory is as sharp as ever.
Now, for the first time, he's going on camera to talk about the dangers of his life undercover and the story of Red Wemette.
I was told by some people at the time they put out $1 million contract on my head.
Hey, so that's pretty
Jim.
cool about the telephone pole, too.
Well, it's cool how he did it. How he did it was not where the pickup truck is, where you see it there. He built the wall right there. Okay?
Yeah.
And he put the wall on the other side from building to building, and nobody paid any attention to it. And after eminent domain, I guess it was 7 years, 10 years or something like that, he claimed he owned it. And because he went to court on it and everything else. Also, something interesting about that place. As Anthony's walking along, he says, I don't know what this was here. I don't know what that was, because everything's changed. There was not a wrought iron fence there. But one thing that Jimmy did have, and it's very, very interesting, he was a convicted felon. In the city of Chicago, you're not allowed to have a liquor license if you've been convicted of felony. He got a liquor license. He was the first person to change the law. He appealed it, and appealed it, and appealed it. He went before the judge, and he said he really was profane when he talked in the courtroom. But he turned around, he told the judge, he said, if you people want me to go back to being a thief, to support my 5 kids and my wife, that's what you're forcing me to do. I want to make a legitimate living here. And I applied for the license. I didn't lie about anything. Why are you not granting it to me? They gave him the license, which was unheard of.
Wow.
I mean, easily he could have subterfuged another license, but put somebody's name on it. It's very commonly done in Chicago, but he didn't. And he went all the way. So pardon?
How did he just wall off an alley?
He did whatever he wanted to there. I mean, he just, those concrete blocks, he had bricklayers all around him. Dick Hoyt was one of the bricklayers. A lot of the guys I knew were bricklayers, and they used to work for the city. But he just built the wall up, made it look like the rest of it, painted it, and nobody paid attention to the apron that went up to it. And after 10 years, that was it. He owned it.
God.
He filed an eminent domain lawsuit and said it was his.
Anyone ever jump out of those outside balconies into the pool, Red?
Those balconies were not there at the time, and the pool was too far away. Actually, there was a large area that was done in AstroTurf or, carpeting around the pool. I would say maybe 25 feet on the front side towards the laundromat, towards the building that you saw. And around the pool, it was 12 to 15 feet. And he had a big mural on the top, on the wall that you can't see on the inside that said Casa de Villa de Cozzo. And it was like a mountain in Sicily that he had up there. And it was very ornate. And on the bottom of the pool, it had a Budweiser logo on the bottom. And he had all kinds of Budweiser things with the horses, carousels, and everything all over underneath there. It was,
gosh,
where the bar was. It was very ornate. And I would guess, I'm just a guess on my part, that property has got to be worth $4 to $5 million, if not more.
Really?
If not more, yeah.
We're going to look it up, and we're going to see what it says on Zillow in just a second.
Okay. I would love to. I'd love to.
Look it up. We'll just take a look. Is it a commercial property?
I don't know.
Residential. We'll take a look in a second.
It was a commercial property when he had the laundromat in. No, that would be business. It wouldn't be commercial. He had a business when it was, he had the laundromat in there, which are now condos all the way along there. But the tavern only had to have a B license. It didn't have to be a C. Commercial.
Hey, if you don't have that $200 in this joint tomorrow, then you don't owe nobody nothing. Bulls and Bears. What movie is that from? What movie is that from? What the hell movie is that from?
I forgot. A very interesting story about Jimmy. I went with him. We were going to Glenview or something like that. It was the produce market. He had a produce market there also, over on the other side of Ogden Avenue, where he sold produce. And I went with him one time, and there was this guy that he wasn't joining the union, right? And they went in to see him. And I didn't know what was going to happen. And 2 big guys, they beat the hell out of him. And the next thing I know, bang, the union's in. So he joined the union. He owned a trucking company. And he said, I'm not going to join. So Jimmy did use muscle. He used a lot of muscle.
So Cindy Workman's asking, isn't Racine where the Untouchables filmed?
No, that's on South Racine. This is on North Racine. This is on North Racine. It's on the north side. As a matter of fact, there's an exit from the Kennedy Expressway getting right off on Racine. There's no way to get on, but the Kennedy Expressway gets off there. I used to get off and then just go right in the back way. And I just looked at it as Grand and Ogden because Grand was down the street.
Yeah, it's not
far. On an angle. Yeah.
You look on the map, it's not far at all.
And all the guys called it Grand and Ogden. If you're talking on the phone or something like that, yeah, meet me at the spot. What spot? Right. You're talking about Grand and Ogden.
Right. Let's find out if we can find out what that property's worth, since you're interested in knowing. There's
It's not 630 Racine.
There's Racine. It's what?
It's not 630 Racine.
It's not 630 Racine. Okay, there's Racine. There's Elizabeth, Carroll. What is this? This isn't it, right? No. Fulton, Lake. Where the hell's Race? I found it the other day when I was looking.
Race
Racine. It kind of Chicago Theater. Adams. Named it after me. Jackson. Named it
all
after
the
me.
presidents. That's downtown.
Have I gone too far?
Yeah. Got to
I
go
just
further
crossed
north.
the 290. Got to be further north, huh?
Yeah, it's further
Anybody
north.
have anybody here listening have the address?
Go to Racine and Ogden.
That's where I was, Racine and Ogden. Okay, I'm at Racine and Ogden. Racine and Ogden. Okay. Oh, there it is, right there. I got it. Okay, got it. So, that pool's still there too, Red.
It is. It's all hidden behind that wall.
Yeah, the pool's still there.
And the regulations for that wall are you can't have more than a 5-foot fence. But he put up a 7-foot wall.
Unbelievable.
That's when you got politicians that are in your pocket and they give you a zoning variation.
All right, let's take a look. So there it is. And
that's an Olympic-sized pool.
That's an Olympic-sized pool right here, huh?
Yes.
So what the hell's the address of this place? You think that it says on the side of the building, the address?
It might. Well, it's in all different addresses. On Race, they never had addresses. It was just the compound, right?
There is an address.
Okay.
1208. Okay.
That would be Race. 1208 Race.
Yeah, right. So they
might have subdivided the whole damn thing.
Okay. 1208 West Race Avenue.
Right.
Chicago, Illinois. Is that it? Yeah, there's Racine and Race.
Right.
So there you go. There's the compound, or the spot rather, right?
Right.
Can I zoom in anymore? Well, that right there is worth $404,000 on the corner. That corner building.
And that's because they separated it.
And then the lot next to it, it's not really marked, man. That's this. This L shape right here. It's that whole L shape. You guys can't see it, can you? There, let me move it. So this whole L shape on the property is, and I can get in closer in here to show you. So, damn, why did I end up at Grand and Ogden now? I want to be over here. So here, the property, this building, and it looks like this property and this building here and the pool are all one piece, and that's worth $400,000. And then
but the rest of where the laundromat used to be and the condos are in there now, who knows what that place is worth?
Well, where were the laundromat? Over here at 1212, this part?
No, the other side.
Up here.
Yes, over here.
530 it says, right?
Yeah.
So that part up there,
I think what they did is they subdivided it.
378,000, 3 beds and 1 bath.
Okay.
378 is his estimate. So if you took those properties and put them together, you're talking about 800,000. And then this middle section, it doesn't say what it is. 2 beds and 2 baths. It's weird how they marked that out.
That's because they made those condos.
And then on the side, 58
parts of the property. It was all one great big compound, and the kids cut it up.
Gotcha. Well, there you go.
But I'm guessing the whole thing together is probably $4 to $5 million. Really?
You think so, huh?
Oh yeah. It was very elaborate, very ornate, extremely ornate.
Remember, values come from tax records, and they might be conveniently low on purpose. That's true, Roy. They might be. Yes.
Yes.
They called Francis the Tin Man, Don Ciccio di Porzallo. Francis, you're talking about Coppola?
Yeah.
Um,
They called him Tin Man.
Gene Ledesma. Stop playing that funeral home music in the background. It creeps me out. Funeral home music, really? Okay.
Give him some good old rock and roll.
Sure. We could do that. Why not? Is that neighborhood safe today? JW's wanting to know. Racine and Ray.
I think it is.
Well, that's Grandin Ogden.
I've been told by Mike Byrne that the neighborhood is safe, but you can't walk out of the neighborhood without getting killed.
I think anywhere you go walking around Chicago, Chirac, you're taking a chance, right?
Not in that neighborhood. Not in that neighborhood. See the lady jogging?
Yeah,
see the
I
lady
did see the lady jogging. Yeah, that's true. That's
she
true. In
didn't
the
look
video,
like
she didn't look scared.
about anything.
Yeah, right. But then again, that was the middle of the day that Anthony was out there. Possibly the morning. Criminals don't wake up until afternoon. I know. I never get up before noon. So,
what time did Frank get up?
Frank Collada? He slept through the nights. He got up in the mornings.
He was an early riser, huh?
8, 7, you know? Yeah. Where's that city safe? Why that? 68. Where's that city safe? There isn't. There is no safe. Stay in your house. Sean Pender said his dad was a mortician and he digs the music.
Okay.
Well, we changed it up. Now we have some rock and roll. Francis Curry is an underrated gangster. Lots of pull. Francis Curry. Francis ran a company named Wilco Amusements. Dominic Confiliano took it over after he died. Francis was put in charge by the Heights. Frank Laporte and Jimmy Emery, they were good friends. This is we're talking about Francis Curry. I've never even heard that name, I don't think, Red. Have you?
Neither have I. As a matter of fact, there was a guy on a YouTube thing, and he was talking about family secrets, and he had a lot of facts wrong. That he was talking about Michael Spilaccio telling his daughter different things, like, you know, be careful and watch out. But he never mentioned the fact that I think everybody knows, because it was brought out, that Michael Spilaccio went to his daughter and showed her a picture of Frank Schweiss and said, if you ever see this guy coming around here, lock the doors, call the police. Well, he left that out. But this guy, when I looked him up on YouTube, or off of YouTube, when I looked him up, he was a therapist, and he just happened to be there during the family trial secrets, not every day. And I think his name was Costanza, Jimmy Costanza.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who he is.
Bobby Bag of Donuts says, was she jogging or running for her life?
No, she was jogging. She was trying to lose weight, Bobby.
She's running around. Gene Ledesma said she's running around. That's because she's carrying. That's why. Feel safe because she's carrying.
That's one neighborhood you don't carry in. You don't carry in that neighborhood.
Why?
The 13th District Police are there, and they will lock you up in 2 seconds.
What if you got a permit?
You don't get a permit in Chicago.
You can get a permit in Chicago.
No.
You can get a CCW in Illinois, Red. It's
Not
a bitch
in
to get
Chicago. You can
Come
get them in the
on.
suburbs. The
Come
city of Chicago
on.
does not
With
allow
that.
it.
Don't tell me that. I'm going to have to
Look it
look
up.
that up. See,
Go
I
ahead,
got to
look it
fact
up.
check this. This isn't. Can you get a CCW in Chicago?
The city.
In order to conceal a weapon, you must be 21 years old and have completed a state-approved firearm training. CCWs in Chicago, they have them. You can. Hold on.
Times have changed. I'm a dinosaur, because back in the old days you couldn't.
Can you get a carry permit in Chicago? After decades of efforts from the NRA and other organizations, as well as countless individuals, residents will now be able to obtain their long-awaited concealed carry permit in Chicago. So I guess you're right. At some point it wasn't, and now it is. This was
when I left on September 15th, 1988, you could not carry. I used to carry, but then
this
again,
was
I had
published in 1969, Red. What I just read.
It was?
Yeah. December 31st, 1969, unless they have a typo.
We didn't have carry permits then.
Yeah, this is from 69.
No, because I had to register every firearm I owned with the city.
Well, that's still a thing.
And believe me, you could not carry one. I got arrested. I told you I got
Boyd.
arrested for the
Yeah.
UUW.
Boyd, it's a FOID card. Exactly. Bill
Well,
Kirchhoff.
that's to own. But to actually carry, you got to have another picture and everything. You pay a $75 permit for each weapon you own.
Hey, Anthony DiMartini said you better call the fuzz because he was carrying when he shot that video over there. And so was that girl who was jogging. All right, you bet your ass they were. Carry till you get caught, you know? Yeah.
Patty Bauer said it the best. This town ain't ready for reform.
All right, Douglas Shriver, I always pack heat. I live in Illinois, CCW. See? Red's correct. William Kirchmeier saying Red's correct. All right, Don Ciccio Di Porzalo. He said Francis was a tough guy. Back to this Francis, what was his name? Francis, he was the boss of Joliet.
Right. I'm trying to think of his
Francis
name.
Curry. Let's get back to Francis Curry, right? That's who we're talking about now. So Francis was a tough guy. He owned horses with Jimmy Emery. The famous pic of Al Capone in the yard is at Jimmy's house in South Heights. The little girl is Jimmy's daughter, Vera. Okay, I'm going to have to look that picture up, Don Ciccio. Let me, even Bulls and Bears says that's pretty interesting.
So much is after my time, Adam. So much is just after my time.
All right.
These are relatives that, you know, they just
No, hey, everything's always changing. Royal Jenner. All right, it was illegal for a while. A few years ago, the city lost a fight, and now you can. So there you go. There you got it from Royal, and I trust Royal. I know Royal. I've known Royal since I was
this
like
is 2022.
13.
So after 2000, they might have done a lot of things.
Right. Robert 0969, hello to you too. AR-15 rifles are banned in Chicago. Big Tuna is saying that can't take that.
Assault weapons, period, are banned in Chicago.
Well, you know what? Did you hear what happened though yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah, in Texas.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen now? It's like we got to have the street.
They're holding hearings on it right while we speak.
They should take all the veterans and offer them jobs as security guards in the schools, right? There you
At
go.
the school by me, the high school by me, they have a deputy sheriff on duty all times. And
Rick Charlton. In Texas, you carry it on your hip just like Jesse James. You can do the same thing in Nevada. We have an open carry law. So you don't need a permit to open carry. You could just strap on and go out.
North Carolina, Georgia, all the way along the south and going west. And when I was out there, Ray was carrying. You just didn't see it.
Yeah, so you want this video to get seen. So guys, hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like. And there's 70 of you in here right now. So
Come on, guys, give me some likes. I only got 70 people watching.
Misty Robka, she'll volunteer to guard schools. Do a damn good job too, I'm certain.
You got my vote, Misty. You got my vote.
Yep.
I think you can handle the job.
There you go. It won't get passed in Texas. It'll start a civil war. Exactly. You're kidding, man. You guys, that's a real thing.
It won't get stopped in Florida.
No way.
I have my permit.
All right, Jim Agnifici, did you ever hear of an older gangster named Leo Mongovin? He was a driver for Bugs Moran. He was late picking Moran up when the St. Valentine's Day massacre went down. Thus, Moran wasn't hit.
I only saw it in the movie. I did not hear of him, but I did see it in the movie.
Yeah, Red's old, but he isn't that old. Like Red's like, yeah, I can pick out the shooters at the St. Valentine's Day massacre. You know,
I truly believe that Tony Accardo was one of the shooters at the St. Valentine's Day
think
massacre.
so.
Yeah, I truly believe that. There were a couple police officers. There was one, a friend of mine, Nick Rosado, that was at the range, and he pulled out the Chicago Police Range. And that time it used to be at Loomis and Jackson, where the academy was. And he actually pulled out a 90-round drum, 45 caliber. That was, I think the serial number was 1928 or something like that. And I actually shot the damn thing. And I can tell you one thing, it was very hard to handle. Very hard to handle. When you want to shoot, you start down here if you want to shoot something up here on an angle, because it climbs a lot.
You got to help me out about this picture, this Al Capone photograph. I'm skimming through them all, and I'm not seeing the picture that you guys are telling me about. Tell me what's in the background. There's a lot of pictures of Al Capone out there. I mean, a lot.
He was very photogenic. I mean, there's one at Cubs Park with him, one at Sox Park with him.
Capone goes to Atlantic City. Capone goes. What exactly was in the background? Did they say in this? The photos on 26th Street in Chicago Road in South Heights. You lived across the street for years, and
that was Ralph.
Yes, Sean, that's Jimmy's house.
That was Ralph Capone. That wasn't Al Capone. Al Capone lived on Prairie, South Prairie, 39th and Prairie, somewhere around there. He had a beautiful bungalow there.
They said something about horses in the background or a ranch in the background. A bunch of guys sitting on a yard. They're sitting. It says Hot Springs behind them in the picture?
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yes.
Is that the one we're talking about?
Yes.
Right? Hotel. It says hotel something, right?
Yes.
Okay,
that
got
was when he was in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Got it. Okay, I think this is the right one, guys. Let's see. A little girl sitting in his lap. Nope, that's not it. Little girl sitting in his lap. Okay, go back. Guy sitting in the yard. Little girl sitting in the lap. Scanning. Al Capone with little girl.
Why
There's
dad?
one Santa Claus sitting there. There's one Santa in the yard. There's a little girl. What are you talking about?
Why dad 68 said the 1921-1928 Thompson fired about 800 rounds a minute. It was a slow tut-tut-tut-tut. It was a slow tut-tut-tut. Not like the ones they have today that go blip, 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 like an Uzi.
Okay, I think I found it. Here it is. Brand. All right. It's a video clip, background overlay. Here we go. Okay. Here it is. So this is a Getty image. I think this is the one that we're looking for. Al Capone in the yard.
That's the one.
Next to him, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what about this photograph now? We found it, and now it's up here. Hit the like button, everybody. It's the most used pic of him. Is this really? This is the one we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. So that's it. Okay, Sean.
It's a family photo. That's his brothers and everything.
That's a family picture of him? So
yes.
That's yes, I got the right one. Okay. So who's in the picture now?
I don't know what each one looks like, but Ralph is there for sure.
Ralph. Okay. That's Nitty to his right. Rick Charlton said that's Nitty to his right.
With the hair parted. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Don Ciccio said no.
No?
Something about Curry and Ciccio, right? Yeah, Curry, right. Frank Curry. So where's this Frank Curry, who oversaw the Joliet? He was the boss of Joliet.
Yeah.
Okay. On the left, laying, is Frank Laporte. Okay, behind the little girl with the dog. Okay. And I don't know that. Louis
Outfit bosses.
Campanilla. Hold on. Louis Campanilla is behind Capone in the white. The guy in the white right
That would be
there.
that guy. Yeah.
Where is Robert Stack? Not in that pic. Who's the guy? Who's the fifth guy in the back row? So, anybody can identify any more of these guys? Frank Laporte, he controlled the south suburbs.
I met Frank Laporte.
Okay, here we go.
Actually, Kurt Hansen worked for Frank Laporte.
On the right, laying down in the white, I'm guessing, is John Emery. Jim Emery.
Okay.
Right behind the Getty image, right here. And then Rocky DeGrazia is laying to Capone's left. No.
That would be the man that we mistook for Nitty.
No, laying on the left is Frank Laporte. That's not Rocky DeGrazia.
On his left.
To Capone's left. Well, maybe it meant Capone's left. Is that the guy sitting up between the top right back is Sam Costello. Top right back. Okay, somebody asked who the top right back is. That's Sam Costello.
Without you mob historians, I wouldn't know.
Don Ciccio knows his shit. He knows, and he's from the area, if you know what I mean. Leo Manganovan has a hideout near my hometown and used to hide out from the law 100 miles west of Chicago. My nephew rented the house. People said he supposedly hid money in the Thompson machine gun. Wouldn't doubt it, right? I think Fashidi is in the picture. Who's Fashidi?
I have no idea.
Fashidi?
Fashidi?
Okay. Rocco is standing on the left. So that's Rocco that's standing on the left. Is that another Capone brother? Rocco?
I think so. I'm not sure.
No, I mean, I'm not a mob historian either. I mean, to a certain degree.
He brought all of his family. He brought all of his family to Chicago. The only one that I really know about is the one that I met, and that was Ralph Capone. He was out in Willow Springs.
There was a Frank Capone, a Ralph Capone.
Frank Capone was murdered in Cicero during a drive-by shooting.
He was the brother of Vincenzo, Ralph, Al, Ermina, John, Albert, Matthew, and Mafalda. Mafalda? What kind of name is Mafalda?
Italian.
Man, Mafalda. Mafalda. Rocco DeGrazia. Okay, so that's Rocco DeGrazia.
The little girl is probably 75. I wouldn't doubt it. She's probably 80 by now.
Don's going to send the names later.
If this was taken in the 20s,
too hard to type it all.
If this was taken in the 20s or even 30s, she's probably over 80.
Misty Robka, I think I see Jimmy Hoffa and Henry Hill in that picture. LOL. Yeah, well.
Well, what do you say, folks?
Did
you enjoy the after party?
Hit the like button.
Please. Thank you so much. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you, Adam. I really appreciate it. Thank you for putting together the thumbnails for this. I really appreciate that too.
Hey, you gotta do it. Hey, did I tell you that Rick Charlton was out on the mob tour?
Yes. Go ahead and play it.
Hey guys, I'm out here today. Just got done with the Vegas mob tour, and I got Rick Charlton with us. Rick, what'd you think of the tour, buddy?
It was awesome, man. I enjoyed it. Really did.
All the way from Texas to do the tour. You guys better start coming out here. If Rick can make it, you guys can make it, right? What was your favorite part?
Probably the house, the Lefty's house.
Lefty's house in the movie. All right, guys.
Good.
It's a fun time, right? And if hey, the little girl in the pic, that's Jimmy's daughter. Mafalda was her godmother, and Vera has passed, so she's not 75. See, I told you, Don Ciccio, he knows his shit.
Yeah, he does.
Another great after party. Thanks. Thanks. Appreciate your helping. Like I said, without you guys, this doesn't exist.
Thank you, Don Ciccio. Thank all of you.
Good night, everybody. Take care, gentlemen. Have a great night. It's been fun. And with that said, I think you need a little outro. Don't you?
Outro? Go ahead.
Outro. Yeah, an outro. Hey, welcome back, guys. Mob Vlog. I am here with Bobby Bag of Donuts.
Great show, man. You guys ought to take this tour. It was fantastic. I recommend it 100%.
And Bobby lives in town. How long have you lived here, Bobby?
Been here since 1996.
And did you learn something new today?
Oh yeah, it even tells you stuff not about the tour that you want to know about. Fantastic information. Check it out.
And check this out, Bobby. You got
Belated
me
birthday present.
Belated birthday present. So I'm gonna open this up, and this is you gotta be kidding! This is a bean box. Hell yeah! This is coffee, right?
Coffee and tea.
Coffee and tea.
It's sealed.
Bobby, thank you so much, man. And I'm sorry, you were
my little nephew Steve.
I'm sorry, Steve. And Steve enjoyed the hell out of this too.
Oh yeah.
So you guys got